Hey everybody, this is Cappy Smack coming to you from The Division. This is part of the second anniversary of The Division. They're doing a weekly global event every week. We've had 3 of them so far. There's probably 1 or 2 more left. I'm thinking maybe there's only 1 left. So this event that I'm going to show you the rewards for is part of the Strike event. During a previous one that was called Assault, you would have extra damage when you're taking cover. And this one, the enemies would explode. Not a huge explosion, but enough of an explosion to damage some nearby enemy. Probably about as much as a grenade. Maybe a little less than a grenade. But every time an enemy would explode, you'd have an extra grenade going off. It helped a little bit, but not a lot. So it was kind of fun, but not hugely. And so these are the rewards. And of course, the goal was to get a Superior Strike cache. And I've got, 5 or 6. So I'm going to open them, trying to get more classified gear sets. Just to take a look at what gear sets I do have. I've got some classified gear set items now, just not enough to make a complete set. So on this particular character, I'm running Alpha Bridge and Defense. It's kind of a mixture, because I don't have a complete gear set for either. So let's get back to the rewards. And I'm just going to open them. You can hear a drum roll in the background. So I got Predator's Mark Vest. That's a gear set item, but the defense is not. Now I need defense for one of my other characters. I only have 2 characters with defense, and it can be very useful for doing these events. Don't always get classified gear set items. So far I've gotten 2, but not enough to help me complete any previous... Now there's a defense. Knee pad. I'll have to see if I need that or not. So I've gotten 3 classified gear set items so far. And only 3. So out of 6 caches, I've gotten 3. Not great. Obviously I'm keeping all of the classified gear set items. So that's defense. That would actually help on another character. It's not going to help here. So I've got 2 defense vests. And I always mark those as favorites so I don't get rid of them because they are useful. Didn't really help. The 260 gear score items I just get rid of because I'm trying to get 280s and above. Now that does help me. I've got a defense knee pad. That should help me to get closer to the 5 and 6. I think that'll give me the 5th one I need. We'll have to see. Predator's Mark and the knee pads I'm not even going to keep because it just clutters things up, and I've got 118 items in my inventory for this character out of 120. So let's use that guy. That gives me... doesn't quite give me 5. I'm not quite sure. Because I already had 4. That's just classified. Okay. So let's see what I've got for this guy. What I'm trying to do is build up skill power. Okay, so that gives me a classified knee pad. I'll have to see what I've got. Alright, classified knee pad, that's good. So, what else did I have? Alright, so Predator's Mark, not keeping. I'm not going to keep either of those. And since I've got 10 million credits, I don't even need to sell them for credits. So I've got classified Alpha Bridge, classified defense, classified defense, classified defense. It's 3 classified defense, 4 classified defense. So that gave me my 4th classified defense on this character. I was really looking for the 5th, but I don't have it. So the 2 Alpha Bridge do give me some extra health, 100% health regen, that helps. So not bad. I'm going to get rid of the stuff I don't need and store some other stuff. And they're basically doing a year's worth of events in a month. So there's probably one more event coming up. We've had 3 so far. It'd be nice if they could, give you a heads up in game as to when they're coming up, but they expect you to play the game all the time, which is fair. So if you're not playing the game all the time, you're not going to find out. You could follow them on Twitter to see what's going on. But that's what you'd have to do. And so now I'm just going to send my extra defense items into my cache so I can share them with my 3rd character that needs defense. Because like I said, defense is very useful when you're doing these events. It's kind of cool to walk around with an SMG and get up close to enemies and just blow them away. And for the assault event, it was extremely useful because you could get right up in their faces, you get extra damage. You're not really so much, being concealed behind cover, but you duck behind cover and come out, blow them away, duck behind cover, come out, blow them away. And on this character, I'm keeping all of the classified items so that the system doesn't get confused. They probably look at the cache to see what I've got, but I'd rather just make it easy. So I open all of the event caches on this character, and then that way I'm able to collect things up on this character. Your mileage may vary. I might have almost enough defense items for one of my other characters. We'll have to see. And now I'm out of space. Awesome. Okay. As you can see, I've got a lot of green gear set items. Not always the ones I need. I'm going to get rid of that one to make room. I need to mark that as a favorite. I need to mark that one as a favorite too. Getting rid of that one. I don't play every day. Well, I do during these events, but usually the events are Thursday through Monday morning. But I do get a lot of green gear set pieces. Not a lot of classified. Drop rates for classifieds are still pretty low. Of course, they want you to grind away in the game. But that's the way it goes. They want you to grind away in the game. They want you to log in. They want you to, spend time in the game. That's all fair. And you'd expect classified items to be pretty sparse, and they are. You'd expect to have to play every day just to get one out of a week without these events. But it's kind of bad that, I'm spending 3 or 4 days in a global event. I've got like 6 caches, and then only 3 classified gear set items. That tells you the drop rate. It's pretty low. Well, that's the way it goes. Now, I might just have enough defense items for both of my other characters. I've been collecting them up because I wanted to see if they were useful. Turns out they are. And then I wanted to concentrate on getting defense on all 4 of my characters so I can use all 4 characters in these events. It looks like by the end of the 2nd anniversary event fest, I might just have enough for all 4 of my characters, which is about right. It's about what you'd expect. And of course, the other one I'm looking for performance mods is the one that makes my defense shield last longer, which I don't really have a lot of. Now, they were selling them 1 week, so I picked up a bunch, but I really need to pick up a bunch more. So I'm going to deconstruct all these things I've marked, which is nice that you can do that right in the stash. Freed up some space, and I'm going to go back to transferring defense items. So maybe by the time we get to the 3rd anniversary in this game, I might have enough classified gear set items for one of my characters. Maybe. And since I've got 2 classified on this character, I'm going to send the other one over. That's 283. Alright, so this one is 274. I'm going to store that one. It's part of a loadout, which is fine, because I'm going to resave it. Not a big deal. Are there any more defense items? I don't think so. Okay. So now I'm just going to save this loadout. And then as you can see, for the rest of my loadout, I've got a Hilder. And of course I've got an ear. Those have been dropping pretty consistently. I've gotten enough Hilders and ears to equip 2 of my characters, with maybe a 3rd one getting one. They're not super useful together. They're supposed to be a buff if you do the Hilder and ear together, but I find that having an assault rifle, like the Bullfrog, and a Hilder or ear as a primary and the assault rifle as a secondary means that I can get some range or get up close. It's not always great to be up close and personal with that defense shield. You can get surrounded pretty easily, and then, well, you're dead if they shoot you from behind. But, if you can control where the enemies are, and you can keep them in front of you, then of course the SMG works out well. So let's just save that. And I'll see if I can go to one of my other characters and transfer some stuff around. See if any of the gear set items for defense are a higher gear score than what I have in my second character. And then we can continue. In the Magical Mystery Tour, just wanted to give a little update on my health. I have pretty well recovered from my herniated disc. I've done that with a combination of taking various and sundry supplements, dietary supplements, to boost my body's ability to mend nerve cells. Probably helped. And vitamins always helps. And of course, I do take, I'm only on Tylenol now. There for a while, I was pushing Tylenol and Aleve together. Turned out to be a bad idea because NSAIDs for me, which is Aleve, turn out to do bad things to my stomach. So now it's just extra strength Tylenol. Pretty much taking the maximum dosage per day, and that gets me by. But I'm pain-free at night. Don't have any infrared. Infrared does help a lot. It was helping me a lot. So I had an infrared belt, and that was helping me a lot. But I don't use that at night. And it's just Tylenol PM at night, which gets me by. And I'm not sure why the division is unavailable, except maybe they're doing their maintenance. Which would make sense, because we're at the end of the event. So that might be the end of this video for now. I think I'm going to just call this doing the maintenance. I'm going to end the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you like what's going on the channel. I've got a mixture of Elite Dangerous and the Division, and some Destiny 1, because I like the game, even though it's, I don't know, it's kind of a dead game, but, I'm still getting items in that game that I wasn't getting before. I am moving my characters forward. I think I'm up to 396 or 397 for a character score, gear score, whatever you want to call it. Light level. And a little bit of Destiny 2, because I like the game, even though some people don't. They're getting ready to push an update to Destiny 2. Of course, at some point they're going to do another DLC, which I'll probably buy, but I play Destiny 2 only on PlayStation. I don't play it on the Xbox. But then I do Destiny 1 only on the Xbox and not on PlayStation at this point. So, again, be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you like what's going on, and we'll catch you next time. This is it for Cappy Smack. Be safe.